sleep is the best. And you don't need to pay money. Medicine, it's given. Now introduce this 内守. 内. We always come back to Chinese character, right? That's the base. I think I remember I said it a couple of times. Chinese character is the jīng of Chinese culture. If you understand Chinese character, you understand the jīng, the essence, the virtuality, the real energy, the qi of Chinese culture. Then the rest become easy. But you come back to this. Jīng means Chinese character. Okay. Now, 内 actually two part. There's outer part and inner part. Outer part is actually a symbol of this, a big gate in ancient China. This is also a character written like this, pronounced as jīng. Jīng. Jīng means a big gate. Just like today, when we're driving from one county to another county, when we enter a different county, there's a plate said, "Welcome to ABC County." When we drive from one state to another state, "Welcome to Massachusetts. Welcome to California. Welcome to Florida. Welcome to New York." But in ancient China, the plate is a big door, big gate. So 内 means this person get into the door. That's called inner or inside, move inside. Or when you get into it, you're inner, from outside to inside. That's 内, the basic meaning of this 内. So you want to cross the door of your skin into your inner body to listen to all the organs, all the divinities, all the organs that are moving functions. You can feel it. You want to feel it. This is important. You are the big house. The big body is the whole big house for all the living beings. They serve different parts to compose the whole thing as a living being of yourself. That's 内. 守. So you have this big door, and if you have a one point here, like this, that is symbol of the roof. Remember, if extended, it's a big space, like solar system, like a galaxy, Milky Way, the galaxy, like even bigger cosmos, big space. But this is the smallest space for human life. Is you have your little house, a little roof, and you have under this roof, that's your territory. So 守, guard or defend, means in this space, you are responsible for take care of it. You gotta do it, abide by bigger law outside, and also by a smaller law under this roof with regulation, with little Tao here, the stroke. Okay? So that means 守, guard or defend. 精神内守, your energy, your essence of your body, and your spirituality, your divinity is coming back to guard, to safeguard, to defend your body. You want to take care of your body. That's called 精神 coming back inside. If you do this, there's no way the sickness can come to you. That we just explained before, right? Okay, now, 疾. When we're talking about bìng, we need to introduce this character, 疾. In translation, usually they're the same. They're all disease or sickness, but actually in Chinese character, they're different. They share some common quality, but they're different. 疾 means disease, but minor problem, or can quickly recovered. That's jī. Original jī means, here is a man. There are 2 arms. And somehow it is hurt. This thing, little thing here, symbolizing the arrow, hunting an arrow. You're hurt by somebody. That kind of hurt is called a jī. It's easy to recover. This 部首, this radical, symbolizing a bed. When you hurt, you want to lie down to take a good rest. You sleep a lot. So sleep well is the best medicine. So don't ever take off your sleep if you can. For short time is okay. But if you make it a habit, I would say the bad habit, it's going to be a problem, okay? Because myself have been suffer from that. So that's a painful experience and lesson. As a doctor, I was a doctor before, so then I'll come back to study my body, to listen to my body. Then now I'm sharing my painful lesson and experience to you guys. Sleep is the best, and you don't need to pay money. Medicine, it's given. It's a given. Okay, so that's the 病旁. Ne, pronounced as ne 旁, symbolizing a bed. Now we come back to 病, right? You see the same bed outside, and the same bed outside, and you have inside is called a bìng. How come bìng instead of an arrow inside here? This is a more serious sickness or disease. This is a minor wound or quickly recovered kind of a disease. Why? Bìng. Now, here's what I'm going to digest more about this character. Bìng, sickness or disease. Why is bìng? It's more severe than shén, which is arrow. Let's review 天干 heavenly stems. 10 numbers. You've never encountered this before, just get some idea, have an impression. That's okay, just 10 numbers. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but pronounced different. It's called 甲、乙、丙、丁、戊、己、庚、辛、壬、癸. The first 2 numbers, 甲、乙, they share the quality of tree, of wood, of tree, woods or tree. And number 3, number 4 share the quality of fire. Number 5 and number 6. So remember, in traditional Chinese philosophy or traditional Chinese medicine's perspective, human body is reflect or manifestation of cosmos. That's the biggest universe, and human body is a small universe. Or human body is a small body, and cosmic is a bigger body. So it's a kind of related. So now let's focus on this. The huo, the fire quality, is linked to human body's organ is heart. Now come back to the character. So it means you have a heart. Your temperature rise 40 degrees centigrade, definitely. It's a big fever. Okay, that's hot. That's fire. And your heart, the first thing you notice is heart beating faster. down, you have fever. Your metabolic rate become higher, bigger. But if it is over, if it run down and burn out you, that's physical level. Emotion level and spiritual level, if you have some really blocked, the big blockage of your emotion or a thought in the heart, any kinds of, if it's long enough, it's bound to be developed to be a kind of a sickness or disease. So that's a long-term thing. And when it show up, when it manifests as a sickness or disease, that's big. That's not something like a jīng can be recovered in some days and fully recovered. If it's long enough, deep enough, in depth enough, it even can, the worst case scenario could be unrecoverable. So that kind of sickness is called a bìng, because it hits your heart, because the heart is the king or queens, remember? They stay here. The physical heart is your divinity king and queen's palace. And it is the target. If you mentally, psychologically, or spiritually have problem for a long time, the first target is the physical heart. And manifest as temperature or fire or inflammation. If you have a long time inflammation in a certain part of the body, you can feel it because it aches. If you feel sorrow, irritated, you suffer. That's bìng. So that's the character bìng and bìng, how we make this connection already, right? At least remember, sleeping is the best medicine. It's given. It's natural. It's given the best medicine. You want to have a good sleep here.